Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. In today's video, we're going to refurbish two PSP which I got for $15 on Carousell. So I recently got two PSP 1000 which I got for $15 on Carousell. Both are faulty, so we're going to go through and check what is working, what is not, what we can repair and what we can change and refurbish the item. Let's try switching on the PSP. Here I'm using a PSP 2000 charger. PSP uses a universal charger for all its model. This is a clear sign of a cracked LCD screen. Most likely this PSP has been dropped a couple of times. Let's test if the UMD drive is working. Buttons are responding, but the PSP is not reading the UMD. The start and select button is also not working. Let's test the memory card slot if it's working. Good, it's working. At least we can run some games from the memory card. There's a cracked screen, so this needs to be replaced. Okay, I tried the UMD is not working, so the UMD drive is spoiled, but it's okay because we're going to use the memory card anyway. We're going to install custom firmware on this. Card slot is working, that's a good thing. Okay, and then the most immediate thing is the home button here is not working, which tells me that there could be something wrong with this motherboard inside here. Okay, let's power up the blue PSP using the PSP 2000 charger. Okay, there's some screen burn here, means that we have to replace the screen. Buttons are responsive, which is good. Let's test the UMD drive. Here I have Ben 10. Good, UMD drive is working. Let's try the memory card slot. Here I have a 1GB Pro Duo memory card with some homebrew games inside. Good, it's working. The blue one, not much of an issue. Okay, all the buttons seems to work. Okay, analog, all of it works. Okay, the memory card slot is also working. UMD slot is also working. It just has this screen burn here, so which means that we have to replace the screen, and then everything should be fine. Oh yeah, and also I need to get a new battery because there's no battery here. We are currently running on AC power here. Okay, so for this one, quite an easy fix. It's just a screen replacement. Now we're going to go into Shopee and see what are the items that we need to get. We are going to buy our parts from Shopee, which is an online e-commerce store similar to AliExpress. First thing we need to find is the PSP 1000 screen. Make sure you search for the right model screen because each PSP uses a different model screen. There's a few to choose from, but I normally pick the one with the highest orders. This has 4 orders, which means that this seller is dependable. Next, we will need the PSP 1000 switch motherboard for the black PSP. We will need 2 PSP 1000 batteries, a replacement UMD drive for the black PSP, and a 2-in-1 cable charger for the PSP.
1 week later.
All the items are here. Totally takes about 9 days for everything to be delivered. We shall fix the blue PSP first. Here I like to check if there's water damage. If indicator is pink, it means there's water inside. It's normal. Now we're going to open up the PSP using a Phillips head screwdriver. There are a total of 7 screws that's holding on to the PSP. Do take your time taking out the 7 screws. Arrange the screw neatly so you'll know where each screw belongs. This is the 7th and last screw. Gently lift up the PSP cover. The buttons and membrane will be sent for washing. Using a flathead screwdriver, we will remove the menu bar from the screen. We need to unclip the menu bar. Careful not to break the ribbon cable here. Next, we need to unhook the ribbon cable. Once again, be careful. Using a flathead screwdriver, we're going to pry open the screen. You need to unclip 2 sections before the screen can be opened. There is 2 ribbon cable here. The smaller one is for the backlight while the bigger one is for the screen. Gently unclip and remove the screen. We will need to reuse this insulation tape onto the new screen. Paste the tape onto the new screen. This is to prevent shortage. Push the ribbon cable all the way in before clipping. For the backlight, it can be a bit tricky. Do take your time to put this all the way in before clipping it in. Flip back the screen and make sure everything snaps in. Let's clean the component. Here I'm using a glass cleaner, some isopropyl alcohol for this. Let's put everything back together. Next, we will install the menu bar, right and left trigger, and snap the case back in. Screw in all the 7 screws back. Let's put on a battery and let's test it out. New screen looks good, no more clouding. All the buttons are responsive and all are working. Restoration success. To open up the PSP, you need to remove the 7 screws holding on to the PSP. Make sure you arrange the screw neatly so you know where each screw belongs to. Unclip the menu bar from the screen. The left motherboard is missing a connector for the menu bar. This could explain why the menu bar is not working. Next, you need to pry open the screen and remove the 2 ribbon cable. To get to the left motherboard, we need to remove the cage. Here, there's 6 screws that you need to remove. All are Phillips head screws. These screws all have different lengths, so do arrange it neatly so you know where each screw belongs to. Using a flathead screwdriver, we will pry open the motherboard. We will install the new motherboard in. Start by attaching the ribbon cable at the back. Snap it in. Align the motherboard nicely and put some force and snap it in place. We will reinstall the cage. We will screw back the 6 screw that is holding on to the cage. Next, we will attach the new screen. Make sure the ribbon cable is pushed all the way in before snapping in. Attach the faceplate. We will test the screen first before screwing everything in. Great, screen seems to be working. All the buttons are responsive now. Let's screw everything back again. Total there will be 7 Phillips head screws. Let's put on the battery and let's test it out. Let's test the UMD drive. Here I have band 10. Good, the UMD drive now works. We didn't have to replace the UMD drive. Loading a game using the UMD drive is relatively slow, that's why a lot of people prefer the memory card. The start button and the menu bar is all working, means that the motherboard is good. Next, we will test the memory card slot. It's able to read the memory card. Good, it's all working now. Restoration success.
Epilogue.
So it's been about 3 weeks since we started the project. So this is the 2 PSP. Both are in working condition, all the button works and both are able to read games from the memory card and also from the UMD, which was surprising because initially I thought there was some problem with the black PSP because it wasn't able to read the UMD, but going through all the connection again and fixing the ribbon cable connection, now it seems to be working perfectly. So both are currently on custom firmware. It's already been installed inside. They are on CFW 4.10 M33.2. Which means that it was last updated probably about 5 years ago. So here's the breakdown for the total cost of this project. Okay, the 2 PSP cost $15, LCD cost $19.50 each, so it's about $39 for both. Switch motherboard that we replace here cost about $2.90. Battery $5.80, so we bought 2 for that. UMD drive, which we initially thought that we need but we don't need, that's $5.60. USB charger $1.35, so we got 2 of that, so it's $2.70. So the total cost is $76.80, which is definitely cheaper than buying one used PSP in the market now. Most likely I will sell one away, not sure which one I will sell, okay, just to fund the project, while I will keep one to do more PSP tutorial in the future, where I will go through tutorials such as running custom firmware and homebrew application on your PSP. If you have found this video useful, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel as it will really help the channel grow. Do join me in my live Twitch session every Friday, Saturday and Sunday after 9 PM, and I will see you in the next video. Take care and stay safe everybody.